Mute Maniac here, and today we're going to acknowledge and talk about something that you should add to your farm routine right away. And what I mean by farm routine is that, every day there are things that you will do. The game is a marathon, not a race. So there'll be things that you do to kind of build up resources, level your characters. For example, one of the things that I do is I always make sure I get my investigations going, right? So that you benefit from all of the ore that you mine and all of the extra gold and etc. So with the addition of the trading post, there's something that is extraordinarily game-changing. And that is this right here. This is the first time in King God Castle history where you have access to King Magical Polishing Stones for every other day, or however many days it takes this damn trading post to recycle. Even if it's like 4 days. Let me find out the exact amount of time for trading post. Okay, so the reset is every week. That is extraordinarily strong. So right now, to get one of these, you have to either roll this. So if I go to Relic chest and I go to either, let's say I go to the King Relic chest, you have a 2.5% chance to get that King Magical Stone. 2.5%. That's like, you're very rarely going to see that, okay? If you open up the God's Relic key here, you have looks like you have a 10% chance on this one, all right? So I think they upped. I have a video actually that I posted recently going over these, and I think this was patched. I believe this was actually less not too long ago. I could be wrong. So, why does that matter? Well, endgame power. Like, look at this unoptimized Star Glove. So I like to have all my attack in the last column here. So in order to move this to here, I have to go to Forge, Polish, click here, move position, and move this here. And that's going to cost 800, okay? So that's going to cost 16 of these to do. But this is absolutely 100% necessary for endgame content. Recently there were two videos that came out on YouTube. There was my video that I did. It was kind of like a video that kind of acknowledges King Noob, Sargula, okay? And I ran chapter 13, with very unoptimized relics, man. Like, these relics have just like all kinds of crazy. Well, this isn't so bad, but none of this is optimized. Like, all kinds of weak ass relics. I guess this is what I have, right? And King has endgame fully maxed out relics. He basically slept through chapter 13. I almost went to the hospital with stress from how hard and difficult it was. So optimizing these relics, man, they are massive. Adding another 200 to 300 additional attack speed, or magic power, or attack. I think attack is probably the hardest skill to level up. But still, that is crazy. So getting this weekly is really, really a huge win. So you're looking at in order to get these prior, also you could have gone to alchemy, and you could have done this. So 20 silver and 80 of these. So this is about a day or two of, depending on what you roll, a day or two of this damn thing. Investigation team. So every day you could have spent your silver and gold ore on a chance to get 1, 2, or 3 of these. So like the max polishing stones that you could get your hands on if you like threw all of your time and effort and energy into these was maybe 20, maybe 40 a month. Maybe 40 a month. Alternatively, you could have thrown all your energy into these keys, and you would have got 40 keys with a 10% chance of using the current metric to get this. So like times 0.1, 4 of these things. And that's if RNG treats you well. Okay. So what's even more impressive though is the fact that they're also allowing you to trade to get these and to get these. Like this once a week. So this kind of gives you a guaranteed 20 a week. 20 a month. 20 a month of these resources. That's huge, man. For this endgame content, marathon content, that is massive. So if you needed to go all in on magic polishing stones and you farm correctly, you could get a potentially 60 of these a week. A month, excuse me. I keep saying week. It's early for me over here. So 60 of these a month. And it takes 16 to do a move position. So you could essentially max out a relic in a month. Which, that's not how it was. To max out a relic was like work. And alternatively, while you're farming polishing stones, you can attempt these. These are 5 chances to roll your relic. So what I mean by re-rolling your relic is I could go here. Let's say for my attack speed, I forget which column I like it in column 3. So let's say I just wanted, while I was saving polishing stones, let's say I chose to move this and this here. And I just wanted to get this in column 3, right? Well, I could instead go like this, use this and add an attack speed one and just roll it. I could do that 20 times a month now, basically. And you might be saying to yourself, like, hey, the cost of these are insane. Like, this is 800, this is 2,500. Dude, this forge dust is the most abundant resource in the game. It is so freaking easy to get this, and I'll tell you what I mean. So if you go to your barracks and you go to your inventory and you go over to your relics, I already wiped my relics out. But what you do is you go to pieces, normal, okay? And did I get rid of my pieces already? Hello? There they are. So hold on. I think my mouse is doing weird stuff, guys. Bear with me. Weird stuff. Type pieces. There we are. So, you get these. Like I had close to 6,000 or 7,000 pieces because every time you open up those boxes and getting pieces, dude, it's easy because you can get them. You could get them with gold. Like it only costs gold to get these. So I want to buy this. All right, now I have pieces, and I can convert these with gold, which is extremely easy to farm right now. You can get like 10k gold per every 20 supply, which is not a big deal. So I have all these pieces. I can start combining these with those like cheapo combine stones, which again you can roll towards having really good luck. You can probably use luck doing that to build perfect relics, and then of course you can dismantle these. So 400. So $2,000, 2,000 gold translated for me into 400 of this. Now that doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot for being able to quickly get more of those. So alternatively, guys, if you're endgame, these corruption stones, man, I had yet to be able to do anything with these. I had 61,000 corruption stones because they throw these things at you. And I'll show you where they throw them at you at. Specifically, they throw you at you in the in Dominion. I played a ton of corruption because you can get relics, right? And I did a lot of play testing. I did a lot of farming during corruption, so I had a lot from that. But I had most of these from doing this. This investigation gives you them as a reward. I believe you sometimes get them in Strife randomly. You'll get them, I think, sometimes in they get them all, dude. You get them all over the place. I had 61,000 just sitting there that I couldn't use, and they gave us the ability to scroll to the bottom and just trade 60 for 50 magical dust. So all of these corruption stones can now just be chunked out into magic dust, man. That is nuts. So I just dumped every amount. Are they doing that for deep corruption as well? Yeah, I don't think I would do deep corruption because that you want all your deep corruption for accessory enhancement stones for sure. But if I was a nutcase, I could also cash out my corruption stones for corruption tokens and then cash that out to magical dust. That's if I was crazy. So that's another way you can get them. But man, like honestly, when I went through my relics, I simply just went pieces. Then I went normal. I probably had 150 of these horns. I had like 60 of the crowns because you just ignore them. You just keep opening them and opening them. And these come out in the silver and gold relic chests. You just get them complete. They just happen to pop out. Then I went to my king. Man, I had tons. Then I went into my god. I had tons. I just completely wiped those all out. And then, of course, in king god, I had about 40 of these horns and about 20 of these crowns. And I had about like maybe 15 of these hats, okay? Listen, I've been playing for a year and a half, so I had a lot, right? But I didn't even need all that. So I dismantled all that stuff, and I ultimately ended up with like 200k, maybe 300, yeah, probably about 200k of this dust. And yeah, so buying this was extremely easy. And honestly, there's no reason why even a newer player who's maybe only 2 months in couldn't get like even one. I wasn't actively farming relic stuff. I never farm relics. I just get them when they're free. So there's no reason why you couldn't get those as well. So because this is now here, you're going to be able to, for the first time since in King God Castle history, they have leveled the playing field on relics. So while legacies are still a little pay to win, and I know that they gave you the ability to do some legacy stuff in the trading post as well, like random special legacy for star fragments. Yeah, okay. That's like it's like 3 weeks to get to this. 2 weeks, right? Yeah, it's 2 weeks. So, no, it's a month, actually. It's a month. So it takes a month to get one special random. Like, I'm going to work for it. I don't know what special legacy is, because that column doesn't, this is not the word unique. So I'm still working my way downtown, as they say in the Song of the Gods, to get to this. This is a month. So if you're a free-to-play player, it's going to take you a month to get to this. So pay-to-win, legacies, probably still a thing. And I know that there's some legacy-based stuff in number 4, which I'm waiting on Vitality to do. But honestly, guys, this power balance is going to allow free-to-play players to start catching up to pay-to-win players within 3 or 4 months. Because they have 2 to 3x the speed in which you're going to be able to get your relics optimized. And so, let's talk about that in practical terms, okay? So, let's say your farm routine becomes every day you do this, okay? So every day you do this, and what you should be doing is making sure that you're only running teams and I have a video that I did on this, but I haven't released it because I'm still waiting to max out my Dominion to make sure I'm not wrong about a few things. But basically, you want to be maxing this out so that all of your gold numbers are as high as possible. If the gold's under 1,000, don't even do it. And you also want to make sure that when you run your investigation team, you're using far superior for the maximum benefits. So you're going to run this, okay? You're going to get the gold and silver ore, and you're going to get corruption stones, and you're going to get your gold. So do this every single day. Then what you could do is 2 different things. You could go to your alchemy lab, and if you're not in the process of farming, oh my god, there's so much of it. If you're not in the process of farming, I use my vitality, and I use my bronze ore for metals and books, because that's really good. And then I might even use some of my silver for metal and books for mid game to make sure I have plenty of XP books. But you could use your silver and your gold to either get these stones or these. But either way, now let's say you're farming either keys or stones. I think keys might be better with the new set. Let's say you're doing stones, and all you're trying to do is max out relics, simultaneously of getting endgame. So you're gonna be able to get about 20-ish, 25-ish forged polished stones and other stuff in a month, right? You're gonna get that. You're gonna have that on your list. Well, then now you're with trading posts. You're now adding a guaranteed, as long as you're paying attention, another 20 polishing stones. That's 45. But you're also adding another 5 here and 5 here, the catalysts, right? Now you will also get these forge stones and catalyst stones if you go for the relic keys. And so that might be the best use of your farm, because you will slowly start to accumulate your relic key, the catalysts, and you might get some forge stones, and you might get some reroll stuff, right? So that really speeds up your progress. I mean, you could be doing that every week. Every week, you could essentially, maybe you could optimize 2 relics a month. If you're extraordinarily lucky, and I'm telling you that is going to take your teams and that's going to make them extremely effective, like extremely effective. So yeah, the legacies are broken, but giving free-to-play players the ability to, in 2 or 3 months of playtime, have 3 perfectly or mostly optimized relics, that is huge. Now the key is going to be for you guys, who might not have teams figured out. You kind of want to make sure that you build relics that have like a universal, are universally strong with multiple teams. So like Mask is always going to be good. Maxing out attack speed Mask is massive. Void is most of the time going to be good. Scope's always going to be good. Fear Relic, Ancient Staff, like those are going to be, and these are going to be good in most cases. But like Ancient Staff, Fear Relic, Scope, Mask, maybe even Insignia, right? And so that's insane, guys. I'm kind of geeking out. I'm a little like, I don't know if like there was much attention brought to this section here, but it is so damn strong. It is so damn strong. And another observation, okay? So not only are they giving you this once a month, like once a week, but it totals out to be a month to be the most impressive. That you're also getting these events, dudes. Like, if they're doing shit like this once a month, then you're going to have access to these new events, catalysts, and stones. So, just by playing like this, they really, and this is all free to play. This is all free to play, guys. Like, you just play the game and unlock all the stuff. I mean, I still have 11 days left, right? And I pretty much got everything, man. I'm down to farming XP books, and yeah, I think I'm spending my silver on gold right now, which I said I would never do, but that's what I got. So yeah. Oh, another thing is that when you are farming your investigations, you're going to get a ton of these. You're probably going to get like a couple hundred a day. And you just go straight to magic dust and just keep farming that out. And of course, you want to make sure you have like, one of 2 or 3 of this, 3 of this, before you do that, and 3 of this, because you want to be able, like, before you blow all your corruption stones, you want to make sure you have like 1 of each power type to roll. But yeah, everything else is like not relevant. So easy. All right, I think I've gushed over this enough. I was just really, really excited to see this. I unlocked it yesterday, and I poked my head in here, and I was like, "What? This is crazy." So yeah, on a monthly basis, they're giving you a lot of free resources, man. You just have to know to do it, and you have to know to farm it. So, all right, that is gonna be it for me on this one. I probably could have said this all in 5 minutes, but yeah, that's not how I roll. I talk a lot. Okay, I'll see you in the next video, and yeah, hope you found this information helpful. Adios.